Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. If you're new here, my name is Angelica and I create videos about DIY projects, home decor and lifestyle every single week. So if you're interested in this topic, please subscribe to my channel and stay with me for longer. I know it's already November and I probably should start talking about Christmas. But for me personally, it's just a little bit too early for it. I love Christmas time and I'll try to make many videos during this period, but you have to give me at least a couple more weeks before that happens. So for today's video, I'm coming to you with two new home decor projects. The weather outside doesn't spoil us, and of course because of the current situation we're spending more time at home than we used to. I don't know about you, but I love to keep my home super cozy during autumn winter period, sitting under the blanket, watching telly, or just using the decorations which bring more like a calm and cozy feeling to your interior. That's why I will be showing you these two home decoration projects which I think are bringing the cozy feeling to your interior. The first one is super easy and quick to do. The second one is more time consuming, but trust me, it will be worth it. I was thinking about making rug for such a long time, but finally I've got it and I'm really happy how it turned out. Okay, so let's talk more action. Let's start with the first project. I took my soft grey blanket, which I've got for a couple of years already. It's still in good shape, so I thought I will add some more details to it. So idea is to put tassels on the two opposite edges of this blanket. To make tassels, I'm using cream and grey yarn. I think both of these colors go well together. I will also need a piece of cardboard and scissors. Making tassels is super easy. Cut the piece of cardboard same size as you want your tassels to be. Take end of your yarn and start wrapping it around the cardboard. More times you wrap it, the thicker and fluffier tassel turns out. I'm wrapping it around about 15 times. Make sure that both ends of this string are on the same side of the cardboard. Remove it slowly, making sure you hold it all together. Take small piece of yarn and put it through the created loops. Make few knots to secure it. Take scissors and cut the bottom loops, so now all the strings are separated. Again, take yarn and place it around the unfinished tassel. Place it about centimeter down from the top part. Tighten and make few knots to secure. Start wrapping it around few times. Then make knot again and cut the yarn off. And this way you're creating a beautiful tassel. You can always cut the end straight. For my second tassel tie, I want to use grey yarn. So I will create half of the yarns I need, plain white, and the other half with the grey detail. Once I've created 20 tassels, 10 for each side, I've placed them evenly on the edge of the blanket. I'm putting one plain tassel, followed by grey one, and then plain one again. To attach them, I'm using waving needle, which got big hole to put the yarn through. Super easy, just take one part of your tassel and put it through blanket. Make a knot with the other end and the tassel will stay nicely in place. Continue with the rest of your tassels, attaching them the same way. And then your tassel blanket is ready. quick and easy way to refresh the look of your plain and basic blanket. You can always play with the color of your yarn or add tassels on each side. Super cozy essential for autumn movie evenings. To make my own rug, I'm using this anti-slip mat. I will link most of the items I'm using in the description, so you can go and check it out if you want to use the same items. Super chunky wool. I want my rug to be beige color with some black details. I start with creating rough idea on how I want my rug to look like. I will cut the mat to size 48 cm times 80 cm. Perfect size to put next to my bed. You can of course make your own design. I want to keep my really minimalistic and boho looking at the same time. With black pen, I'm marking where I'm going to use black wool. I will change slightly the final look, so this sketch is just a rough idea. I start with measuring and cutting the size I want. It is really easy to cut straight lines because of the checkered pattern of the mat. Now I have to cut a lot of short pieces of my yarn. I cut them about 10 cm long. I prefer to cut them slightly longer than I need for easier work. I can always make them shorter once they attach to the mat. According to my sketch, first two rows are black. So I start attaching yarn to the mat. Take one piece and fold it in half. Put two ends of this piece through the first hole. Pull it down and now put the end through the loop. Pull it gently up. As you can see, the super chunky yarn covers the hole very well. This technique is called latch hook, so what I'm going to do now is basically filling this whole mat with my yarn using this technique. Next piece I'm putting straight next to the first one. After I filled my first row, I started to do the same on the second row. You can see that the yarn is quite long, but I will cut it shorter later on. I just found it easier to work with longer pieces. So one edge of my rug is ready. Now I'm going to mark my middle pattern shape. It's easy to find the middle part of the mat because of the squares. You just have to count them and mark the points. If you want to create diagonal line on the mat, place two knots next to each other, go row higher and do another two knots, but move one hole away to the left or right, depending which direction you're going to. I hope that makes sense to you. So far I've created one edge of my rug and half of my shape inside. Now I'm going to fill the rest of the space with my beige yarn, so I will be using the same technique. But because my beige yarn is almost twice thick as my black one, I will be doing the knots on every second square. You can see even like that it covers the holes pretty well. And the same with the rows. I'm leaving one empty and going lower with the knots. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was really struggling with attaching this yarn. But then my clever boyfriend came with the idea of using some hook to pull the yarn through the holes. So he made me this. It looks like crochet hook, so if you have one of them you can easily use it. I don't have one, but this handmade tool works as good. Place the tool through the holes and under the part you won't attach the yarn to, take yarn, fold in half and hook it on the tool. Then pull your tool back, grab two ends and pull it through the loop. So much easier and quicker. Then I've thought, I've got the tool, the rug's coming up really nice, what can go wrong? I ran out of my beige yarn. I'm doing this rug for the first time, so I roughly estimated how much of yarn I need. And that wouldn't be a big deal, apart that I bought this yarn on cardboard and I couldn't find it anywhere else. I look online, in stores, and no one had so chunky yarn in this color. So I had to go with this thin yarn. The color is quite similar, but the thickness is not even close there. So as a solution, I'm using 5 pieces together of this thin yarn to make thickness of the previous yarn. And then I'm attaching it the same way I was doing before. It's of course more tricky now as I've got more pieces to control and put through the hole, but I just didn't want to ruin the part of the rug I've already created and start from beginning. Then I finished my central shape, fill it up and finish the black edge. I cut the long pieces shorter so all of them are the same length. So what I learned from this project is to always find some tool to make the process easier and always have enough of yarn before even starting anything. Altogether I've used 3 100 grams balls of yarn for this rug. Although there was few obstacles on the way, I still enjoyed the process of creating this rug and I'm really happy with the result. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and this project. Please let me know in comments down below what do you think about them. I highly recommend doing the rug. It was so much fun, especially now you can just see it, watch something and start making it. It will probably take you good few evenings to finish it, but you can just imagine the feeling of waking up in the morning and the first thing you will do will be putting your feet on this super soft and cozy rug you made yourself. I hope you like how these items turn out. If you do, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And for now, thank you so much for watching and your support, and I will see you next time.